Commissioner Adams, Vice Chairman Jones, just confirming y'all are online.
I am online.
Morning, yes, I'm online. Hello,
Good morning.
Good morning, we hear
good
you.
morning.
Commissioner Adams, are you in an unknown location?
I'm in my office. I thought we were doing it by virtual, but I could have been in the courthouse. I got to go over there in a few minutes.
Well, we figured you'd be here anyway. This is your place of work. Vice Chairwoman, I hope you get your flat tire fixed.
They're taking care of it now while I'm in here.
Get it done before the snow.
morning, Clarence.
Yeah, they're outside taking care of it.
All
before
right,
this.
we'll go ahead. Ms. Rice, if you're ready, we'll go ahead.
Yep, we'll get you started in 5, 4, 3.
And good morning. We'll go ahead and call the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners emergency special meeting on January 30th at 9 a.m. to order. I'd like to welcome everyone here. Online, we have Commissioner Adams joining us, as well as Vice Chairwoman Jones, as well as our county manager is online as well, and several other staff members here in the room 564. We have myself, Commissioner Tyson, and Commissioner Patel. At this time, I'll go ahead and ask Commissioner Tyson to bring us the invocation and pledge.
All right. Please stand if you're able. Dear gracious and Heavenly Father, we praise and thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to come here and represent the great residents of the city, of the Cumberland County. I pray that you would just be with our residents as we go through this severe weather, and that you would just help to keep them safe and prosperous, and that everyone will come through this unscathed, and we can go on about business of the county. In Jesus' name, amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag.
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And just so we have it on the record, Attorney Moorfield, if you can just outline the qualifications for a quorum in the state of emergency at the state level that we're in. I think he is on. I know he is at a conference as well. Attorney Moorfield, are you on?
Do we have any other attorneys?
I don't see him.
Are there any other attorneys here?
I'm not sure. Can we check and make sure we got another attorney on? Attorney Moorfield, just double checking if you're on.
Was a few minutes ago.
Somebody just bring it back in.
One more time, Attorney Moorfield, and then we'll go ahead and move forward. All right, in consult with the attorney this morning, based on the statute with the governor declaring a state of emergency, we have the ability to have virtual meeting with quorum consisting from people in attendance physically as well as virtually. Just wanted to make sure we clarified that. At this time, we'll go ahead and move to item 3. County Manager Greer, I'll let you kick it off if you can, or I can pass it to Assistant County Manager Skeens because she's here, and then we'll pass, and then you can pass it to Director Crumpler.
Yes, go ahead and pass it to Assistant Manager Skeens since she's there. I'm having technical difficulties.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So yesterday, the governor declared a state of emergency for the state of North Carolina based off the snowstorm that is expected to hit this weekend. So we have requested this special emergency meeting to discuss the state of emergency declaration in Cumberland County. And at this point, I will turn it over to Mr. Crumpler, our Emergency Management Director, to give a briefing and highlight of what is expected this weekend.
Director Crumpler.
Good morning, Commissioner. Can you hear me?
We have you. Good morning.
Good morning. So just to give a brief overview, this is pulled straight from the National Weather Service slide. We are now under a winter storm warning increased from a watch yesterday. So remember, difference between watches and warnings. The conditions are right. It is likely and significant chance that we are going to see a significant amount of snow in this area. So this briefing covered all of central North Carolina, but I'm going to try to be as Cumberland County specific as I can. So we are expecting heavy snow. Accumulation amounts between 4 and 8 inches of snow. Another danger with this particular system is going to be the very cold wind fields, and we'll dive into that a little bit deeper here in a second. Remember, any cold temperatures comes to danger for frostbite and hypothermia. So we encourage people to dress in layers, get inside, seek refuge from the cold temperatures as well as the wind that will be presented in the system. We can see dangerously low wind chills, low as to what feels like below 0 is possible. Some of the hazards with this system include, again, accumulations of 4 to 8 inches of snow, moderate to major travel impact, wind gusts 25 to 35 miles per hour, scattered power outages, prolonged dangerously cold temperatures, and some black ice. 3-day snow accumulation amount for our area is in that 8 to 12 inches range. So we could see, again, ranges and periods of snow that are pretty heavy, and some areas could see more than what's forecasted. So that's the thing that the National Weather Service has been pushing. They know that it's going to be a significant amount, and it can range from, high end to low end as far as the amount of precip that we'll see in our area. So taking a look at this map, low end, so a 9 in 10 chance of at least 3 inches, and then a 1 in 10 chance of at least 14 inches. Here you see the wind gusts at 31 miles per hour. We could see wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour at first period. Again, these are only gusts, not sustained wind. The National Weather Service in our briefing said that at some point it could appear what is North Carolina blizzard-like. So you have a combination of heavy snow falling with the wind pushing it. So it's going to create that effect. So here is the story of the day pretty much. At least 1 inch, we know we're going to get at least that. They're 100% sure on that. As you go and increase in amount, going to 2 inch, of course that percentage is going to drop a little bit. The increasing amount, so you see right there at 8 inches of snow, you're looking at 41%. Again, they don't know where the heaviest snowfall is going to be yet. As we talk through the max temperatures, 42 degrees during the day on Friday, 21 during the night, 25 during the day on Saturday, and 16 during the night on Saturday. I won't read through all of these. I'll skip on to what the wind chill amounts are going to be. I'll go into potential impacts in the timeline. So I think here locally in Cumberland County, we will probably start to see the majority of the impact, the most likely chance of snow starting really early Saturday morning, the 1 a.m. Kind of threshold. And then that snow amount is going to increase and cause impact throughout the day into Sunday. The wind is going to be a impact starting the day on Saturday. Hazardous travel conditions, I think that timeline can be bumped just a little bit. with the power outages, so I asked specifically for Cumberland County of the National Weather Service. We're not going to see, or we hopefully are not going to see the widespread power outages that come with ice. So this is supposed to be wet, fluffy, white snow, and hopefully, the power outages are very limited and isolated. With this last system, even with the ice, we had very few power outages, and then the major power outage that came was a result of somebody hitting a power pole. So again, we encourage residents to stay at home if they can. We understand that there's some essential services that still has to go on, but encourage you to stay at home and enjoy the snow. The wind chill, again, is going to be dangerously cold, so seek refuge, get into a warm, dry place as soon as possible once the system arrives. Trying to get back to the wind chill. I may have skipped it. I don't think it's included in this briefing, but wind chills again can feel like up to 0 in some places. So I'll take any questions about the weather if commissioners have them, and then I can go into protective measures if there's no questions.
Commissioners, questions on the weather? First, let me go online, either Vice Chairman Jones or Commissioner Adams. Any questions?
No.
Commissioner Tyson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Crumpler, thank you so much for that thorough briefing, and really appreciate what you and your team do for our residents of our county to keep us safe. Really wanted to ask more questions around accumulation versus snowfall and what you would expect on ice or wintry mix versus regular snowfall, and can you kind of elaborate a little bit on that?
So we are not expecting any ice or sleet with this system. There is some rain in the forecast, and how that contributes to how that contributes to how the snow looks. I think it's going to be a wait and see type thing. As far as accumulation, I think whatever falls is going to stick around for a duration, because we're not going to see really the temperatures that would allow that melting to occur. So I think, whatever falls will be here for a little bit. At least, what the DOT doesn't get on the roadways is going to be on the sides and so on and so forth.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Director Crippler, go ahead and move forward.
So as far as emergency protective actions, we had a disaster readiness team meeting with staff typically involved in activations and protective measures for the county. So we talked through a few different aspects, and as far as emergency services, we're going ahead and we're pre-staging equipment. We're increasing staff here at the 911 center, and we're going into partial activation of emergency service staff starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow. And I'll let Brenda hit on this once we get to the sheltering piece. We did not recommend operating shelters, a county-ran shelter, mainly because, and again, thank you to the Board of Commissioners, thank you to county management and Salvation Army for getting that service back online for our citizens. But between Salvation Army and Cornerstone, last time, most of our residents went there to seek refuge. We only had about 7 people in the county-operated shelter, and they still had capacity at Cornerstone and Salvation Army to be able to take those residents. So we did shift those residents there, and we worked with Brenda as well as Animal Services to take care of our residents that had service animals. So all those accommodations were able to be met. So we didn't think it was in the best interest to operate that shelter. Again, we have all of our assets. We will be dropping off shelter trailers there at that shelter today in case. We always believe in redundancies, and if Salvation Army or Cornerstone reaches capacity, or we have widespread power outages, we will be prepared to respond and open up that if needed. Brenda, did I capture those highlights there?
Gary, you did a fantastic job, and we will have staff ready and on alert. And due to possible travel conditions, we will have staff that live as close as possible to the shelters that we have staged. So we'll be ready for that if you. Thank you, Gary. You did a great job.
So, again, to all of our citizens, our county partnered shelters are going to be open, and the county is prepared to lean into sheltering if that service is needed. During this event, we have a virtual EOC open for all of our partners that are involved in that operation. At any point in time, they can log on to that virtual EOC, log into our web EOC platform, or call us directly. We have multiple communication redundancies here that they will be able to get into contact with us to express any need, and the county is prepared to respond. We have a Vice Chair.
Go ahead, Director Crumpler.
We have a meeting with first responders later on this morning to talk about their needs and any resource requests we need to put up to the state. Based off conversations at the Chiefs meeting, most fire departments, if not all, are prepared and putting their all-terrain vehicles in play, whether it be running a squad rather than an engine first out to medical calls. They are upstaffing, they're preparing their equipment, and they are ready to respond as well. So with that, I'll take any questions on emergency protective measures.
So before I open it up for questions, Commissioner Crumpler, or Director Crumpler, just want to clarify. So when we talk about shelters, we have capacity with our partners. We are prepared to open a county emergency shelter as we've done previously, and so we've leaned in, we've staged, we're ready to do that, and the EOC will monitor the capacity situations as well as any changes to weather and make the call to open that when needed.
That's exactly correct,
Okay.
Commissioner.
I just want to be clear on that, on our emergency shelter capacity and how we are handling this, and that we are staged and ready to go as we begin to talk to the public about that. Commissioners, questions, if you'll just let me know. I'll go online first. Commissioner Adams or Vice Chairman Jones?
Yes, I have a question.
Commissioner Jones, you're recognized. Vice Chairman Jones, you're
Thank you,
recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Two questions for you, Gary. The first question is, I know that we're on standby in the event, I'm assuming that the other shelters don't have room. I think we only had 7 people last time. Second question is, even if we do not see, I guess, the need of capacity still open at our partner shelters, will we still be, though, providing that of transportation to get individuals to the other 2 partner shelters? So in other words, as when we were providing individuals with rides to our shelter and their shelters prior, even if we're not in the need of foresee that the other shelters have capacity, will we still provide some type of transportation to those other shelters, even if there's no foreseeing for us needing to open the shelter itself? Transportation is what I'm inquiring about.
Yes, ma'am. So your first question, if there is a capacity issue, which we don't forecast that to be, we will respond as quickly and as soon as possible. We have solid plans in place with those social services, our PIO, communications team, public health, all those involved. We've been in constant contact with American Red Cross, Salvation Army, and those partners. So if there's capacity issues, we are ready to lean in and respond. As far as the transportation services, yes, ma'am. We've already talked to our contractor on that, and I'll let Diane talk about a little bit of the how to request that service and the communications aspect whenever we get to that point. But yes, ma'am, we are ready to provide that service to all Cumberland County residents.
That was my concern, like, we may not need to open a shelter, so we will still be assisting. That's what my question is, like, capacity, like state that if Salvation Army still has room for Cornerstone, and even if we don't have to open, say, another Westover, will we still be accommodating regardless for transportation is where I'm getting at. Like, if we don't have to open our own shelter, will we still be providing transportation for our partnership shelters is what I'm getting at.
Yes, ma'am, we will be providing that service.
Okay, thank you.
And again, I want to stress to citizens that if you seek shelter, do it as soon as possible within the event. There will be certain points in time, just like it was last time, where conditions on the roadways are too dangerous to first of all put our transportation on in harm's way, as well as first responders. So just like a hurricane, there will be points in time possibly where first responders, county services may not be able to reach you. So seek that refuge as soon as possible. Make your plan as soon as possible. Now is that time. Go ahead and do your preparations, like starting your generators, doing a double check on that if you have them, and getting all the supplies that you need to make it at least 3 to 7 days on your own.
Vice Chairman Jones, any other questions?
No, that'll be all for now, Chairman. Thank you so much.
Commissioner Adams, did you have a comment or question?
No, sir, just a
Okay.
great presentation by Mr. Purple.
Commissioners, any other questions? All right, Director Crumpler, any additional updates or briefs?
County Manager Greer, did you want me to go down the background of the recommendation, or are you going to cover that?
You go ahead and handle that, Derek.
Okay, so I'll talk about my recommendations to declare a state of emergency. Remember that we don't all the time declare a state of emergency for actions that are happening now, but potential emergency protective action. So, state of emergencies, you can't retroactively declare them and cover all the emergency protective measures. So we want to be proactive, with the structure of our policies to be able to put that state of emergency in place. And if we have to lean in to the things like emergency power generation, or if we have critical infrastructure go down, we want to make sure that the county is in the best position to be able to tackle those issues. And should this be declared a state or federal declaration, we want to make sure that the county's in the best position to take advantage of any dollars that may come down. Right now, with the last declaration. In this declaration, we're not forecasting that, but just in case those dollars do come down from the state or federal government, we want to be in the best position to take advantage of those.
Director Crumpler, anything else on the emergency services side before we move to the next item on the stated declaration?
No, sir. Thank you, Commissioner.
Commissioners, any questions overall for Director Crumpler? All right, hearing none, we'll go ahead and move to item 4, State of Declaration discussion. You've heard Director Crumpler lay out the reasons why we would put this in place. Commissioners, each of you, for those in the room, you should have a copy in front of you. For those online virtually, you should have it in your email, and hopefully you've had an opportunity to receive that and review that. County Manager Greer, anything you or Attorney Moorfield would like to add on this item?
Chairman, this is Rick Moorfield. Am I being heard?
Go ahead. Yes, you are.
I just want to did you get the document I sent that was titled Final Draft?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, the clerk has received it and has printed out copies and has emailed copies to the commissioners. Anything you want to add on it?
Well, it's nothing to add, except we will put the time when the board actually declares that. But I want to point out that by the board's adoption of that document, you are also directing, and if you look at the last section, you're directing that it will be terminated by the chairman upon consultation with the county manager, public safety folks, and emergency management folks. And that's just sort of a standard process. And so it will not be necessary for the board to take action again to terminate it. That will be done, can be done just by the chairman. Now, let me clarify that.
County Manager Greer, anything to add?
No, everybody said everything that I would have.
Commissioners, any questions on the declaration? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion. Commissioner Tyson, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I make a motion that the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners issues the declaration of a state of emergency within Cumberland County, North Carolina, due to impacts of a winter storm to commence Friday, January 30th, 2026, and that we approve the document as presented in our agenda packet, and that we direct the chairman of the Board of Commissioners to execute said document.
Second.
Got a motion to institute declaration of state of emergency as presented. It's been properly seconded. Any discussion or comments on the motion? This declaration will be effective at 9:30, which is when our vote will be. Any discussions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote. For those online, or actually all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Madam Clerk?
Yes.
That's unanimous, and the declaration will be effective 9:30 a.m., 30 January. Is there any other business come before this board? County Manager Greer, anything you want to add before we adjourn?
I would just say thank you, everyone, for meeting at such short notice. One thing, we'll evaluate the opening or closing on Monday. And if there's a decision to close, I'll make sure that I communicate with you all before 3 o'clock, probably with commissioners by 1 and the rest of the public and staff by 3.
Sunday? On Sunday? Yeah.
Commissioners, any other comments? Okay, just want to remind people, again, we've got a great emergency services team, and Director Crumpler and his team, along with our management team, just know that we are here to support you as you need. You've got the ball for this, as you normally do. Also, for the listening audience or those that may be listening, just want to encourage people to sign up for Cumberland Alerts. If you have not, it's an easy way to stay updated on what's happening. I want to encourage people to stay safe, adhere to the guidance that's coming from our emergency services team, and stay safe. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Commissioner Patel.
Make a motion to adjourn at this time.
Second.
We've got a motion to adjourn. It's been properly seconded. All in favor, or excuse me, any questions or comments on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask for your vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Madam Clerk, unanimous? And we are adjourned.